Good morning, welcome back to a new vlog. I hope you're all doing really well. Today is Friday and I'm so excited because I have the girls coming over tonight for a little autumn dinner. I have decided that I'm going to start doing these little dinners more kind of like seasonally because I love hosting and I feel like I just don't really do it enough. So I've been messaging all the girls and I've been saying, right, I think we should do this seasonally. We can do like different things each time. Maybe sometimes we can bring the boys along and just like make a bit of a thing of it, because otherwise you just don't really see your friends enough. And when I see my friends, it's always, I mean this particular group, it's always at something. Like we all got together for a Halloween party a couple of weeks ago, but you're not really able to like sit and chat, especially with the girls. So I'm really, really excited about it. I'm gonna make the table all lovely and I've been planning what to cook. I wanted to do something that was a little bit seasonal, but not anything too intense to make. So I've settled on doing a risotto because it's just easy and everyone likes it. I'm gonna do butternut squash and sage risotto. I've also got some garlic bread. And I think I'm gonna do, I was gonna do a starter, but I think I'm just gonna do like little nibbles, kind of like appetizers. So I've got some crisps, I've got some olives, and then I'm also gonna make these like little toasts with brie and pear, and then like honey drizzled on. I made some of these little toast things over Christmas last year, and they went down so well. So I feel like they're the perfect little bite-sized thing to have when they arrive. And then for my dessert, I was looking on Pinterest for some dessert ideas. I was thinking something chocolatey because I was going to do a crumble, but I've made about 100 crumbles already this season and I'm just a bit sick of crumbles. And I wanted to do something different, so I'm going to do a chocolate mousse. But I saw a recipe on Pinterest for an avocado chocolate mousse, and one of the girls coming, Kristen, she is a nutritionist and she is like all about plant points and like healthy foods and like all of those good things. So I think she's gonna really love it. And I've never made it before, so it's probably a bit of a risk making something for the first time when other people have to eat it. So I'm gonna make that first and we're gonna see how it goes. And if it's terrible, I'll just do a crumble. So yeah, that is what is happening today. I have had a morning of filming and then I've just taken Basil out for a walk. He had the most fun on his walk. Oh my gosh, this morning I woke up at 5:45 to Jack, what I thought was him saying goodbye, but actually he was saying, can you come downstairs and help me because Basil's got a squirrel. And I mean, he's a Labrador, it's in his nature to hunt. But basically Jack said what happened was he was outside with him, he takes him out every morning, and he was over by the tree and a squirrel had ran up the tree and then fallen out, and Basil was just underneath the tree, so got it in his mouth and was running around the garden with it. Luckily though, the squirrel was still alive, and you know they do this thing where they play dead. I went outside and Basil he does this thing where he like pounces, so he'll like bounce towards it and then bounce away, and I think it's a bit of a game. So he was doing that and the squirrel was just laying on its back, but it kept moving its arms and like you could tell it was alive. So I was thinking, there is no way I'm gonna get him inside. He caught a rabbit once before and there was no way I was getting him in the house. It was impossible. But because it was early and it was his breakfast, I just said, Basil, come on, breakfast. And he ran inside and I shut the door, and then I had to use, I think because it was so early and I was in my pajamas, I'd literally just woken up. I was honestly walking around like this. I picked up 2 bits of wood. Jack had to go to work, by the way, which is why he didn't do any of this. He was literally leaving to go and was like, oh my God, I don't know what to do, I need to go. So I just said, go, I'll sort it out. So I picked up 2 bits of wood and I made like a little bed for the squirrel, and I took it down the lane and like all the way up towards the woods so that it was as far away as possible and it could be safe and just run away. And all I kept thinking was, if somebody, as I was walking back, I kept thinking if a neighbour or somebody is like driving past or walking down, they're gonna think I have gone absolutely nuts because I'm wearing my pajamas. I'm pretty sure I was wearing Jack's Crocs as well. My hair was a mess and I'm barely awake and I'm walking along with all these bits of cosy. So anyway, that was this morning's drama. But I just had a really good run around with him in the woods. He was playing in the stream for ages, like completely filthy, covered in mud. So I gave him a nice bath and he is now fast asleep downstairs, which is brilliant. So hopefully he will be nice and calm today, because he's definitely in his teenage phase. He has so much energy, it's unbelievable. And because he is getting so big, it's so much harder to kind of like settle him and calm him down as compared to when he was a really small puppy. But anyway, he's fabulous. We love him so much. So that is what is happening. I thought I would bring you along for like the prep. I have a lot of sorting out to do, and I thought I would just bring you with me and we can just clean and tidy together, and then we can prep all the food and then have a really lovely evening. I've got some logs arriving. We've ordered a big batch of logs for the rest of the year. To be honest, I'm hoping they will last until the spring. Hopefully there's enough. It depends how much we use the fire. But that should be arriving later this afternoon. So I can get those all organised. I can get the fire lit, put a nice playlist on. And yeah, we can just have some drinks and chat, and it'll be so lovely. There is nothing better than a clean and tidy bedroom. I washed the sofa covers yesterday, so I'm just gonna put these all back together. I wanted to wait until I'd taken Basil on a walk and given him a bath. Yes, you, off. Because otherwise he would have jumped on these and got them muddy again. This is literally why it takes me 100 hours to do anything with this little monkey. Because anything I do, he just wants to be right on top of it. Also, these cushion covers, by the way, are just absolutely amazing. I know I talk about them all the time, but I just think they are so practical, and for the price, it's the best thing that you can just chuck them in the wash and they come out literally good as new. I mean, if you've got like children, pets, you know, your sofa's always gonna get marks on it. It's just the way life goes. It's just how things happen. But these covers just make life so much easier. Where's all that fluff come from? Right, sofa done. Okay, the living room is pretty much done. I'm just going to do a quick hoover round. And also I'm just going to hoover these velvet chairs because they do collect a lot of dog hair because they're velvet. And I just want to get them all nice and pristine. But yeah, it's all looking lovely. I've got the lamps on, it's feeling nice and cozy. So this room is pretty much done. The only thing I do need to do is bring in the logs in the basket over in the corner and get the fire on. Maybe light a couple of candles and it'll be feeling fabulous. I've just been having a little play around with the dining table. I think I'm going to keep it like this. I'm not going to do a tablecloth today. I'm just going to keep it nice and simple. Because I love this dining table. This was the best Facebook Marketplace find ever. So I've got a couple of vases and just some Cotswold Company candlesticks. These linen napkins are from a gorgeous independent company called Sometime Tomorrow. I think they are absolutely beautiful. And I really love this dark, rich, I really love this really dark green, and the contrasting border is so pretty. So I'm going to use those to add to the autumn theme. But what I am going to do is use some hydrangeas. My neighbour actually cut, I think her gardener cut the hydrangea back. I don't really have anywhere better to put you, but what I'm going to do is cut these and pop them in the vases, and I think they're just going to look really nice and autumnal. There we go. How amazing does that look? Literally just using all the bits that my neighbour had cut back, and I think that looks so lovely. I really love the colours, like the deep red with the greens, so I think these are definitely going to add to my autumn feels on the table. I think I'm gonna pop this lower one in the middle. I love how they almost look like pom-poms. And then these two either side. That looks really, really nice. I love that. I'm not sure about these. I don't know whether to change these. I have a feeling I might swap these out for these ones, which are also sometime tomorrow. I think, yeah, these just really nice, simple placemats might be a little bit nicer. Oh, sorry, you can't even see my head. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do those instead. I also think I might add a couple more candlesticks, just so that when the candles are lit, it looks a little bit better. I've got these really small glass candlestick holders, which were just from Amazon. I bought a massive pack, and they're so handy for when you want loads of candles, because they're really low and they're also quite understated, so they don't really show much. So whatever colours you're going to do on the table, they work really well. Okay, this is how the table's currently looking. I really like this. I think it's definitely giving autumn. Lots of candles, the nice hydrangeas, and then like the earthy tones with the table linens. I think that looks so nice. I didn't realise the time. I literally have like 2 hours, so I'm gonna get going on the food. I'm gonna start with the dessert, the avocado chocolate mousse. I'm using a recipe from a website called Nourish and Tempt. I'm gonna leave it below, but it seems pretty easy. The only things I don't have is a food processor and coconut milk. I'm gonna use normal milk. I know the girls don't have any like intolerances or anything, and I'm gonna just use my blender. I'll probably just have to do like 2 batches because I'm not gonna have enough room in this titchy tiny blender. Definitely, I think I might ask for a food processor for Christmas. Okay, first up, we need to cut the avocados. Hopefully these ones are ripe. This kind of defeats the point, but because my blender is so small, I'm going to put all of this in a bowl, because then I can do half and half in the blender. Right, we're doing this in cup measurements. Luckily, I bought some cup measurements the other day because a lot of the recipes I use are American. I think because I find them all on Pinterest, and I bought these little cup measures at the supermarket just to make it a bit easier. So 2 avocados, 1/4 cup of milk. Oh, that's literally nothing. Oh, come on. My hands are so cold. It's really chilly in here today. I can't wait to get the fire on. Right. This is a serious like make do with what you have situation. It would have been so much easier if I had a big food processor. Right, I'm gonna add some of this into my cup. Oh my god, this smells really good. I think this is gonna be really rich. Let's see. Well, it seems to be somewhat working. Oh wow, that looks really good. That looks like inside of a Ferrero Rocher. I'm actually quite impressed. Oh, that smells really good. Right, let's try and get that down to the bottom. Well, I think that is working. I'm going to transfer this to a different bowl, and then I can... Wow, that looks so good. I feel like I should try it. Let me get a separate spoon and make sure that it's nice. Wow, That cocoa powder is so bitter. That's nice, but it's very rich. I think we're gonna do some more golden syrup. The consistency is perfect. That's better. I think when that's cold, that will be really, really good. Right. I'd say it's more like a chocolate pudding than a mousse, but that's okay. Right, let's do the second batch. Right, this is how it's looking. Not the most mousse-like texture, but I think if it's been in the fridge, it'll be nicer. So I'm gonna put it in the fridge in this bowl. And then I've got these really lovely crystal bowls that my mum gave me. And I'm just gonna serve it in these, but I need to clean those, and I won't do that until we're actually gonna eat it. I'll just keep it in the fridge in this one, just to save putting every single one in there. Lick the spoon. I actually really like that. I think that's really good. I kind of wish I made some shortbread or something to go with it. Anyway, I better get a move on. I need to do the risotto. And I'm actually gonna make the risotto now and then keep it in the warming oven. Because, yeah, it's easier. I need to have a tidy up, get rid of all the chocolate, and then we can move on to the risotto. It's very noisy because I've got the dishwasher on, the oven is on, but I've just cubed up all of my butternut squash. I had a really, really big one. So that is in a pan with some olive oil, salt and pepper, and I'm gonna roast this for about 20 to 30 minutes, and then I can add it into the risotto after, just so that it makes it nice and soft. I've got some sage in the garden. I have so much, so I'm gonna go and pick some of that, get all of my ingredients out, and then I'm ready to assemble the risotto. Okay, it's been a little while since I last updated you, but my risotto is done. It's looking really good. I am gonna put this in the warming oven just to keep it warm for the next couple of hours. And then I've also done a little bowl of some butternut squash and some sage leaves to go on the top when I serve it. The final thing I'm gonna get ready, I have about an hour until they're gonna be here. I'm just gonna do the appetizer. So I'm using these little crosta and mollica mini little bits of toast. They're Italian herb. And I'm gonna pop those around the edge and then put some crisps in the middle. I've got these Tyrrell's vegetable crisps, and then I'm just gonna top these with a little bit of brie and some pear. So I'm gonna quickly do that and then whiz upstairs and get myself ready. Half an hour until they're here, and luckily they're running half an hour late because I am not ready. I've just quickly had a shower. I haven't got time to wash my hair, which is really annoying because I would have preferred to wash it, but anyway, it's not the end of the world. I've just tried to revive it a bit with some dry shampoo and the round brush, and hopefully it'll look okay. I'll give it a bit of a curl. I'm just gonna quickly touch up my makeup. I did put makeup on this morning because I was filming, so I've got a little bit on there. I always find that if I've got makeup on in the morning and then I apply, like, touch it up, it always looks so much nicer. It's really weird, I don't know why. But everything is done. Risotto's done, dessert is pretty much done. I'm just gonna assemble it all when it's time, because I think I'm going to put some frozen berries on the top, and I've got some like dark chocolate curly things that I'm going to put on there. And then what else? Appetizers are all done. I just need to put the crisps on a bowl, in a bowl even. But apart from that, everything is done, so I'm really looking forward to having a nice evening. I've just heard from one of the girls actually, and she can't make it because of her little boy, which is really sad, but I know her, and if she was able to come, and even to come with her little boy, she definitely would. So yeah, I'm very sad she can't make it. I'm just gonna pile on the bronzer and hope for the best. I just absolutely love hosting in our house. I feel like especially around autumn, winter, I just think our house is so cozy and it really lends itself to those seasons. So I just really enjoy it. I've already lined up the next dinner party, which will be just before Christmas. I'm going to do a bit of a Friendsmas evening and I'm really excited for that because I'll have all the decorations up and all the boys are coming as well, so it'll be really lovely. But there is nothing better than a girls' night. Before we got Basil, I used to go into London so much more and I would always stay at friends' houses and go out for dinner and go for lunch and do so much with all of the girls that I love in the industry in London. And ever since we got Basil, it's just so much harder to do those things. I mean, if you've got a dog, you probably know exactly what I'm talking about. You can't just up and leave whenever you fancy. You have to have these things in place. Usually I would just drop Basil at the farm and he absolutely loves it there, as you probably know. But I haven't been able to take him there for the last few weeks because poor Ted had an operation, and weirdly enough, the exact same thing that happened to Basil. He got a lump, but this time it was on his neck. He's had the operation, it's been sent to the lab, and luckily it was nothing sinister. So he's absolutely fine, but he's got a pretty big scar with internal stitches and he's got to wear a little t-shirt. Honestly, he is the sweetest dog ever. So because he's supposed to be resting and not going crazy, we just said it's really not the right time for Basil to be going over because he is so energetic and he loves playing with the dogs, and it would just be chaos. There would be no chance that Lisa would be able to keep Ted, whoops. Oh. There's no chance that Lisa would be able to keep Ted separate from the other dogs. So we said we'll just wait until Ted's better and he's been to the vets and he's kind of got like the all clear. And then they can go over for a nice play date. I am absolutely starving. I haven't eaten a thing today and I feel like that was a very big mistake. I am so hungry, but at least I've made so much food and now I can eat it all. I think I'm going to pull out one of my old favourite glosses. This is the Fenty Beauty Heat lip gloss in the shade Fussy Heat. And oh my god, last year I was absolutely hooked on this lip gloss. It is incredible. How gorgeous is that? Oh, it's stunning. And actually, it's even nicer when it's like settled into your skin a little bit. You know when a gloss settles? Oh, it's so nice. I actually think I need to get another one of those because it's running out and it's leaked everywhere and it's so sticky. Oh my god. They're just leaving. Okay, that's good. Perfect. I just need to sort my hair out, light the candles, get some champagne glasses out, and we're good. I know I said this morning that I air wrapped my hair yesterday, but honestly I don't know what's happened to it. I must have been rolling around in my sleep so much because it's gone like really strange. I've put this dress on and now I'm thinking, is this dress too dressy? I don't know if I've overdone it a bit, but I wore this for our Christmas dinner party last year and it was such a comfortable dress because it doesn't really look that dressy, it's just very simple, and it's really comfortable. But now I'm thinking, what if the girls come in Litchi pyjamas? I mean, I don't think they will, but I think it'll be fine. Right, I need a perfume and then I'll show you what I'm wearing. Perfume of the evening. I think I'm gonna go with La Perla Just Give Me Roses. This is one of my favorite evening scents. And it's, oh no, I think it's empty. Oh, I might have a little bit left. If you're looking for a really good, I'm gonna really try and get this out. If you're looking for a really good sultry evening, like wintry, it's very feminine but musky. Right, this is definitely empty. I think it's empty. Okay, I'm just gonna pop a little bit of By Rado, 1996, another favourite. This is the dress. It's from Anne Louise Boutique. It's a gorgeous dark brown, very stretchy, slinky material, super, super comfy. It's very long, but that's why I love wearing it at home, because I just put some tights on underneath. And yeah, I really, really love it. It's got a high neck, long sleeves, super long sleeves actually, which I really love. And it just feels really lovely and elegant. So that was a very quick turnaround. Makeup done, hair done, I'm dressed, I smell better. Let's go downstairs and light the fire and light the candles. Good morning everyone. It's Saturday and oh, what a gorgeous evening. And then suddenly boom, oh, it was so lovely. I honestly don't think I really vlogged much because we were just chatting away for so long and oh, it was just amazing. The food was good. Oh my god, the dessert was actually delicious. I think leaving it in the fridge for a little bit made it so much better, and I put some frozen raspberries on top and it was delicious. So yes, it was very, very good, very happy. It is absolutely freezing this morning. What the hell? Oh, my neighbour with his dog. So I'm up, it's 9:30. Jack actually has gone to work today, so I'm getting on with our weekend jobs solo for the time being, which is all good. I need to go to the pet shop and get some new dog food for Basil because he literally ran out this morning, and those bags of dog food are so deceiving because you think there's so much left and there really isn't. So anyway, I'm gonna go and do that, quickly pick that up and then get back home, and I think I'm gonna spend the day sorting out the barn and our shed and just all of that stuff. We had a massive log delivery last night, and I kind of just said, could you just leave all the logs here and then I'll sort them out at the weekend. So it was perfect, very good logs. It's the first time we were using this guy and he's so lovely. He's quite young actually, and yeah, I really loved him. He was so nice. So I think we're going to try and load up the skip with all of the rubbish, get nice and organised outside. We haven't actually spent a proper weekend doing jobs in the garden for a while, so it feels like it's quite needed, and I really want to just get the skip loaded up and then that can go. We can sort out all the logs and organise them properly so they're not just in a big pile. Yeah, that is the plan for the day. I think we've got pizzas for dinner, so it'll probably be just a nice chilled Saturday night. I'm sure Jack is going to be pretty exhausted because he is just absolutely manic at the minute. It's just non-stop. I feel like work for everyone over the last couple of weeks, I guess probably since like the middle of October, it's just gone wild. I don't know what's happened. It just seems like everything's come at once. It's crazy. So yeah, very exciting. It's quite funny because obviously Christmas is still ages away, but last night when we were all sat around the fire, we were having drinks and we were just chatting, and it made me so excited for Christmas hosting. It was just such a lovely evening. I just love hosting. There's something so nice about bringing people, like your close friends and family, into your home, and like, I don't know, not looking after them, but like giving them food and drinks and making sure they've got snacks, and I just love it. It's just such a nice feeling. I think I get it from my mum. I'm definitely one of those people that wants to like care for people, so I think that's why I really enjoy hosting. But oh my gosh, I really wish I took my camera upstairs and vlogged, because I could not stop laughing. We were talking about the Dyson Airwrap, and the girls were saying that they didn't know whether to get one or not, and they said like, is it worth getting and things like that, and I said I've had mine for a really long time and it is good, but it is very expensive for what it is, and I think unless you know that it's actually going to work on your hair, it is quite a waste of money, because a lot of people say that it doesn't actually work on their hair, it doesn't hold. So anyway, we were chatting about it and I was like, well, why don't you try mine and see what you think, see if like it's worth it. I was like, you can borrow it for a bit if you want, like see what you think. So anyway, we went upstairs and oh, it was so funny. It was like a movie in Girls World kind of vibe. We were all in the dressing room with our drinks and I was showing them how to use it, like how to wrap your hair around, and they were practicing it. I just couldn't stop laughing. And Kristen, she's blonde and she's getting her hair dyed next week. She's going brown, which is her natural colour. So we were like throwing my hair over her face and like seeing what it looked like. It was just so funny. It's just one of those evenings that you just laugh so much. It was lovely. I feel like that was exactly what I needed. Just like a really good girls' night, chatting, laughing, just, you know, being a bit silly. It's not really serious. It was just so nice. I have been outside for a couple of hours already, loading up the skip, trying to just get some kind of organisation going on, sorting through the rubbish, and I'm absolutely exhausted. Carrying like really heavy rolls of carpet is so draining, but I am now trying to organise a lot of the wood, the logs that got delivered. So this is the big pile of logs that we've got going on here. Basil is being very helpful, making his own pile over here. Really helpful. But basically what I'm going to do is get all of these logs into the shed on these pallets, just to keep them off the ground so there's not a lot of moisture. This is quite temporary. I think when this whole shed is redone, we'll have like a proper log storage. But for now, this is perfect and it does the job. There is still so much rubbish to get rid of, but I can't really lift anything else and I'm not really sure what to do with the rest of it. Look at Basil. What are you doing? You cheeky monkey. Are you a cheeky monkey? Yes, you are. Anyways, I'm going to start stacking these up. It's taken me quite a while to do these ones because I can't carry that many at once. So I think we're going to be here for quite a while, but it's actually quite therapeutic and I'm listening to a podcast, so all is good. That this is going to take me so long. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Right, an hour and a half later and the logs are done. That was so tiring, but I did it and I'm very pleased with myself. I've just got one little pile of some kindling and leaves and bits that I'm going to put on the bonfire outside. Well, I'm going to take the kindling out and use that, but very good. A very good job done. We're going to go inside and get a cup of tea now.